next question is going to be from Lauren He, is a question on immigration.
So going back to immigration, it's not a secret that the Biden administration has allowed over 8 million illegal immigrants into the country, not counting the gotaways.
Right.
If you become president, how are you going to solve this problem?
First of all, it's got to be number one on the list is we got to close the border. You can't have national security if you don't have secure borders. And I've been down to the border more times than Biden has, more time than Harris has, and I'll be down there in my first 2 weeks. It took Biden 2 years to get down there. But your number, 8 million, is the correct number. That's more than 2 Iowas. I mean, think about Iowa having 0 people the day Biden's inaugurated, and then think about filling it up in 18 months, and then filling it up again in the last 18 months to 8 million people, and you got to feed them. They got to, transportation, housing. I mean, unbelievable the cost, that's come with that. But having been to the border, and I've been down there just recently, we've had deployments from North Dakota National Guard down there, helping just secure the border. But also flying helicopter missions from San Diego to the Gulf Coast in Lakota helicopters at night, trying to stop these transnational criminal organizations. And this is the most underreported story in America of the open border. It gets talked about in discussions like this, but you could tune on the news today and there's probably not a story about it. 263,000 people came across in October, known. That's the largest, October ever on record, so they're still pouring in. The president's got 4 levers: diplomatic, informational, military, and economic. I would pull all of those levers, and I'd start with the law enforcement themselves. Our Border Patrol, meeting with the senior leaders down there at the Border Patrol, they're feeling like the police are in our big blue cities. They're basically being defunded. We have thousands of positions open that aren't being filled. You have these multi-generational law enforcement families that grew up and live on the border. They care about this, and they say, we have closed the border before. This is not hard. Give us the leadership, give us the authority, give us the resources. They don't have the resources to do their job, and yet we're spending, in one location that I was at, they were spending $20 million a month on a soft-sided facility, AKA tents, to process. It takes a lot of manpower to process 8 million people into our country, and most of it's paperwork, it's not computer work. So why would you go into law enforcement if you're not on the border, you're doing paperwork? You know what's out on the border? North Dakota National Guard. You know how many apprehensions? We had only a group of 120 people in a sector. They weren't working 24 hours a day, they're working in shifts. So if you're working in 3 shifts, think there's 45 people out there at a time in one little sector. In first 30 days, 30,000 apprehensions, 1,000 a day for our little group. The rest, other people that were uncovered areas just walking into the country. So, and then they're coming from everybody on the watch list, the terrorist watch list. It's not Latin America. I mean, yes, 7.5 million people have fled the corrupt government of Venezuela, and many of them have come here, but over 100 countries in that segment that I was on the border: Syria, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, China, Russia. I mean, the chance that there's a Hamas terrorist cell in the United States that's come in the last 2 years is a high probability. We can end up with another 9/11 type event because of that open border. And then you throw in the drug problem with, we've lost the equivalent of 5 Vietnams to overdose deaths since Joe Biden took office. 5. I mean, 270,000 people have died. 70% of those are fentanyl poisonings. I won't call them overdoses, because it might be the first time they take something that it's not supposed to even be lethal, and they die because of it. And so that is that is the thing. We're taking mass casualties and we're under an invasion. I mean, that's what's happening. So part of it is, yes, again, use all those: diplomacy, informational, military, economic sanctions, close the border, and our Border Patrol can get it done. Then when you get it done, then you could actually have a conversation about what is the smart thing to do about going forward from there. Because we have legal immigration of people that may have been trying for 7 years to get into this country legally, and they're backed up on a bunch of paperwork, and they're feeling like, hey, we're trying to follow the rules to get into your country, we can't get in, and then everybody else just gets to walk in. I mean, so the unfairness of that system is unbelievable as well. Canada's picked off over 1 million high-skilled workers that came to the U.S. on student visas. Their student visas ran out. We were trying to send them home, and Canada said, pay us a fee to come there. So we're subsidizing illegal immigration, and Canada's getting paid to have high-skilled workers leave the U.S. and go to Canada. So it's like we're doing it wrong on every end of this thing. Has to be fixed at a time when we have 10 million jobs open in America.